Hey there, you. Yeah, you watching right now. Get ready because I've got a super cool story for you. Imagine a quiet night in a little neighborhood. It's the kind of place where the houses sit close together and people wave hello when they see each other. Or at least, that's what they think happens. Everyone acts like they know everyone else, but sometimes there are big secrets hiding right under their noses. And that's where this story starts with a guy named Jake. Jake seems like just a regular guy, doesn't he? He's not super loud or fancy. He's lived in his house for a long time, like years and years. He's the kind of person who keeps to himself. He doesn't bother anyone. He doesn't throw loud parties or make a big mess. Jake just does his own thing, nice and quiet. Most people in the neighborhood don't even think about him too much. He's just Jake, the guy who lives in the blue house on the corner. But here's the thing, not everyone feels the same way about him. Nope, not at all. See, Jake has this porch light. It's not a little tiny light that you barely notice. Oh no, it's a big, bright one. Every single night, that light turns on and stays on. It glows like a little star right outside his front door. It's so bright you can see it from down the street. For most people, it's no big deal. They walk by, see the light, and keep going. Oh, that's just Jake's light, they say, and they don't care one bit. It's just a light, right? What's the problem? Well, for most folks, there is no problem. But for one person, oh boy, that light is a huge problem. That person's name is Karen. And Karen isn't just any neighbor, she's special, but not in a good way. Karen is the queen of the HOA. Do you know what an HOA is? It's like a club that makes rules for the neighborhood. They tell you how your house should look, what you can do and what you can't. And Karen, she loves being in charge of it. She walks around like she owns the whole street. To her, the neighborhood is her kingdom and she's the boss of everything. If your grass is too long, Karen will tell you. If your mailbox isn't perfect, Karen will knock on your door. She's got rules for everything and she makes sure everyone follows them, or else. Now let's talk about that porch light again. To Jake, it's just a light. He likes it. Maybe it makes him feel safe. Maybe he just thinks it looks nice. Who knows? He never tells anyone why he keeps it on. But to Karen, that light isn't just a light. No way. To her, it's like a giant problem staring her in the face every night. She hates it. She hates how bright it is. She hates how it glows all the time. She hates that Jake won't turn it off even when she tells him to. And trust me, she's told him plenty of times. It all started one evening. The sun went down and Jake's porch light flicked on just like always. Karen was walking by, probably looking for something to complain about. She stopped right in front of Jake's house and stared at that light. Her eyes got all squinty and her face turned a little red. She didn't like it one bit. Why does he need that light on? She muttered to herself. It's too bright, it's bothering everyone. Except, well, it wasn't bothering anyone else, just her. But Karen didn't care about that. In her mind, if she didn't like it, then it had to go. So Karen marched right up to Jake's door. She knocked bam, 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 hard and loud. Jake opened the door looking calm as ever. He's not a tall guy or a scary guy. He's just Jake, with his messy hair and his friendly smile. Hey, Karen, he said, what's up? Karen didn't waste a second. She pointed at the porch light and said, that thing is too bright. Turn it off right now. Jake tilted his head like he was thinking about it. Then he just shrugged and said, it's my house, Karen, I like the light. It's staying on. Oh, that made Karen mad. really mad. She wasn't used to people telling her no. She was the HOA queen, remember? People were supposed to listen to her. But Jake, he didn't care about her rules. He didn't care that she was mad. He just smiled and closed the door nice and slow. Karen stood there, huffing and puffing like a dragon. She couldn't believe it. How dare he? How dare he not do what she said? This wasn't over, not even close. From that night on, Karen made it her mission to get rid of that porch light. She'd walk by Jake's house every day, glaring at it. She'd talk to the other neighbors, trying to get them on her side. "Don't you think that light is annoying?" she'd ask, but most people just shrugged. "It's fine," they'd say. "It's just Jake being Jake." That only made Karen madder. Why didn't they see it? Why didn't they agree with her? To her, that light was like a big, shiny enemy. And she was going to win this fight, no matter what. But here's the fun part. Karen didn't know something big, something huge. Jake wasn't just some guy with a bright light. Nope. There was more to him than that, a secret, a really good one, and that light, it wasn't just there to look pretty. It had a purpose, a big, important purpose that Karen couldn't even guess. She thought she was the smart one, the one in charge, but oh boy was she wrong. That light was about to start a storm she never saw coming. And when it hit, everything was going to change. So what do you think so far? Pretty wild, right? I've got a question for you. Would a porch light annoy you enough to start a fight with your neighbor? Like, would you care if it was super bright every night? Tell me in the comments below. Oh, and let me know where you're watching from today. Are you at home, at school, somewhere else? I want to hear all about it. This story's just getting started, and trust me, you're not gonna want to miss what happens next. Let's keep going. Imagine that little neighborhood again. It's all peaceful and quiet, well, mostly quiet. The birds are chirping, the kids are playing, and the sun's going down. Jake's light is about to flick on again like it does every night. Across the street, Karen's watching from her window. She's got her arms crossed and she's already mad. She's thinking about that light. She's thinking about Jake. She's thinking about how she's going to make him turn it off once and for all. She doesn't know it yet, but she's walking right into something big. Something she can't control. Jake, though, he's inside his house doing his thing. Maybe he's eating dinner. Maybe he's watching TV. He looks so normal, doesn't he? Just a guy in a blue house with a bright light. But there's more to him, way more, and that light, it's not just a light, it's a signal, a clue, a piece of something bigger. Karen thinks she's the one running the show, but Jake's got a trick up his sleeve. He's calm, he's quiet, he's waiting, and soon everyone's going to find out why. The neighborhood about to get a whole lot louder. Karen's about to make her move. And Jake, he's ready. That porch light's glowing bright and it's about to shine a light on something nobody expects, not even Karen, the HOA queen herself. What's gonna happen? How's this all gonna turn out? You'll see soon. This is just the beginning and it's gonna get so good. Stick with me, okay? We're in this together. So tell me, what would you do if you were Jake? Would you keep the light on or would you turn it off to keep Karen happy? Drop your answer below and let's see what you think. This story's got a lot more to come and I can't wait to share it with you. Okay, let's dive back into this crazy story. We've met Jake, the quiet guy with the super bright porch light. And now it's time to talk about Karen, the neighbor who's about to make everything wild. Karen isn't just any old lady next door. Oh no, she's way more than that. She's the kind of person who watches everything like a hawk. If one tiny blade of grass in your yard is too long, she'll come knocking on your door. "Fix it," she'd say, all bossy and loud. That's Karen for you. She loves rules and she loves telling people what to do. Now let's get to Jake's porch light. That light, it's big, it's bright, and it's on every single night. Most people in the neighborhood don't mind it. They walk by and think, oh, that's just Jake's light. No big deal, right? But to Karen, that light is a huge deal. She doesn't see it as just a light. Nope, to her, it's like a giant problem, like a crime waiting to happen. She thinks it's ruining the whole street. It's too bright, she yells whenever she sees it. She can't stand it, not one bit. So one day, Karen decides she's had enough. She stomps over to Jake's house. Her shoes go thump, thump, thump on the sidewalk, and her face is all scrunched up like she's mad at the world. She gets to Jake's door and bangs on it. Bam, bam, bam. Jake opens the door looking chill as always. He's not mad or scared. He just stands there with a little smile. Hey, Karen, he says, super calm. What's going on? Karen doesn't even say hi back. She points right at the porch light and shouts, that thing is too bright. Turn it off right now or I'll report you. She's so loud, you'd think the whole street could hear her. She's wagging her finger like she's the boss of everything. She wants that light gone and she wants it gone now. But Jake, he doesn't yell back. He doesn't get mad. He just looks at her, still smiling, and says, it's my house, Karen, relax. Then he shrugs like it's no big thing. Relax? Oh no, Karen doesn't know how to relax. That word isn't even in her brain. Telling her to relax is like telling a cat to take a bath. It's not gonna happen. She stares at Jake with big angry eyes. Her face gets redder and redder. She can't believe he's not listening to her. Doesn't he know who she is? She's Karen, the HOA queen. The HOA is that group that makes all the neighborhood rules, and Karen runs it like she's the ruler of a big castle. She's used to people doing what she says. But Jake, he's not playing her game. After Jake says relax, he closes the door. Nice and slow, click, door shut. Karen's left standing there all alone on his porch. She's fuming. You can almost see steam coming out of her ears. She pulls out a little notebook from her pocket and starts writing stuff down. Scribble, scribble, scribble. What's she writing? Nobody knows for sure, but it looks like she's making a list. Maybe a list of reasons to hate Jake. Maybe a plan to get that light turned off. Whatever it is, she's serious about it. She's building a case, like she's a detective in a movie. The other neighbors, they see all this happening and they think Karen's gone nuts. It's just a light, says Mr. Thompson from across the street. She needs to chill out, says Mrs. Lee, shaking her head. Everyone else on the block thinks Karen's making a big fuss over nothing. They don't get why she cares so much. It's just a porch light, right? What's the big problem? But to Karen, it's not just a light, it's a fight, and she's not going to lose. But here's the thing, Jake doesn't seem worried at all. While Karen's over there glaring and writing in her notebook, Jake's just calm, too calm maybe. He's not running around trying to fix things. He's not arguing with her. He's not even mad. He just keeps doing his thing like nothing's wrong. That little smile he's got, it's still there. And that makes you wonder, does Jake know something Karen does? Is there a secret hiding behind that calm face? Maybe there is. See, Karen thinks she's in charge. She thinks she can boss Jake around and make him turn off that light. She's stomping and yelling and writing her little notes, sure she's going to win. But Jake, not acting like someone who's scared. He's acting like someone who's got a plan. Like maybe he's not just a regular guy with a bright light. Maybe there's more going on here than Karen can see. And that's what makes this so fun. Because Karen's about to find out she's not the only one with tricks up her sleeve. So what would you do if you had a neighbor like Karen? Would you call her bluff and keep doing your thing like Jake? Or would you try to keep the peace and turn off the light just to make her happy? Think about it. Imagine Karen banging on your door, yelling about something silly like a light or a loud bird in your yard. What would you say to her? Would you laugh it off, or would you try to fix it so she'd go away? This fight between Karen and Jake is just getting started. She's mad, he's calm, and that porch light, it's still shining bright every night. Karen's not giving up and Jake not backing down. The neighbors are watching, whispering to each other, wondering what's going to happen next. Is Karen going to win, or is Jake hiding something big that's going to surprise her? You'll find out soon, because this story about to get even better. Stick around, I've got more to tell you. What do you think so far? Let me know. Alright, let's keep this story rolling. Things are heating up now between Jake and Karen. Days go by, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and Karen doesn't calm down. Nope, she gets louder. Every day she's out there marching up and down the street like she's on a big mission. Her arms swing, her feet stomp, and her voice, oh, it's loud enough to wake up the whole neighborhood. She's telling anyone who'll listen about Jake and his porch light. He's ruining everything. She says, waving her hands in the air. That light is too bright, it's making our street look bad. Most people just nod and walk away. They don't really care about the light. It's fine, Karen, they say, trying to get past her. But Karen doesn't stop. She keeps going, talking to Mr. Thompson, then Mrs. Lee, then the kids riding their bikes. She wants everyone to agree with her. She wants them to say, yes, Karen, you're right, Jake's light is awful. But nobody does. They just shrug and go back to their day. To them, it's just a light. But to Karen, it's like the end of the world. Then one night, Karen takes it up a notch. The sun goes down and Jake's porch light flicks on, glowing bright as ever. Karen sees it from her house across the street. Her face gets all twisty and mad. She's done waiting. She grabs her coat, storms out her door, and marches right to Jake's house. Thump, 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 her feet hit the ground hard. She gets to his door and bangs on it. Bam, bam, bam. It's so loud, you'd think she's trying to break it down. Jake opens the door, cool as can be. He's not surprised, he's not mad. He just stands there with that same little smile he always has. Hey, Karen, he says, like nothing's wrong. Karen doesn't even say hi. She's too worked up. She points at the light and yells, I'm done with this. I'm calling the HOA tomorrow. They'll make you turn it off. Her voice is so loud it bounces off the houses. She's shaking her fist, her eyes all big and wild. She's sure she's won this time. The HOA is her big weapon, and she's ready to use it. But Jake, he doesn't flinch, he doesn't yell back or get scared. He just nods, still smiling, and says, okay, Karen, do what you gotta do. Then he closes the door, click, nice and easy. Karen's left standing there, huffing and puffing. She's mad, but she's also confused. Why is Jake worried? Why isn't he fighting back? Most people would argue or beg her not to call the HOA. But Jake, he's acting like it's no big deal. And that makes Karen wonder what's he up to. Here's the fun part, though. Karen doesn't know something super important. Jake isn't just some random guy with a bright light. Nope, he's more than that, way more. See, while Karen's been yelling and stomping around, Jake been watching her. Not in a creepy way like sneaking around with binoculars. No, he's watching in a smart way. He's paying attention. He's noticing things. And he's been doing it for a while. Karen thinks she's the only one with secrets, but she's wrong. She's got some sneaky stuff she's been hiding from the neighborhood. Like, get this, there was a time she forgot to pay her HOA dues. You know, the money everyone has to give to the HOA to keep the neighborhood nice. Yeah, she didn't pay it, but here's the crazy part, she still fined other people for not paying their dues. She'd knock on their doors all serious and say, you owe money, pay up. while she hadn't paid a dime herself. That's sneaky, right? She didn't think anyone knew. But guess what? Jake knows. He's got proof. He's got pictures of her breaking her own rules. He's got receipts, little pieces of paper that show what she did. He's been collecting all this stuff, keeping it safe and secret. Why? Because he's waiting for the perfect moment to use it. He's not mad or mean about it. He's just patient. That little smile he's got, it's there because he knows something big is coming, and it's coming fast. Karen doesn't have a clue. She thinks she's the boss, the queen of the street. She's out there shouting and banging on doors, sure she's going to win this fight. She thinks Jake's just a quiet guy who's too stubborn to turn off his light. But she's missing the real story. Jake's not stubborn, he's smart. That light, it's not just there to bug her. It's part of something bigger, something she can't even guess. And every time she yells at him, she's walking closer to a surprise she won't like. The neighbors are starting to notice things too. They see Karen getting louder and they see Jake staying calm. Why's he so chill? They whisper to each other. What's going on? They don't know Jake's secret yet, but they can tell something's up. Karen's making a big fuss, but Jake's not playing her game. He's got his own plan and he's keeping it quiet. That makes this whole thing so exciting because you know something about to happen, something good. So can you guess what Jake's hiding? What's his big secret? Why's he so calm when Karen's losing her mind? Think about it. He's got those pictures, those receipts, and that light. It's all tied together somehow. What do you think he's waiting for? Drop your guess in the comments. I want to hear what you think. And stick around because this story about to get so cool. You're gonna love what's next. Karen's out there planning her next move. She's sure the HOA will back her up. She's sure she's got Jake beat. But Jake, he's ready. He's got everything he needs and he's just waiting for the right time. The clock's ticking and the neighborhood about to see something wild. What's it gonna be? You'll find out soon. I promise it's worth it. Okay, you guys, this is it. The big moment you've been waiting for. Things have been getting wild between Jake and Karen, and now it's all about to explode. Picture this, it's a dark night in the neighborhood. The stars are out, the street is quiet, and Jake's porch light is glowing bright, like always. Across the street, Karen's at her window, staring at it. She's madder than ever. She's been yelling about that light for days, weeks even, and Jake still won't turn it off. She's done waiting. She's done asking. Tonight, she's going to make something happen. Karen grabs her phone off the table. Her hands are shaking because she's so angry. She dials 911, yep, the police. And when the operator answers, Karen doesn't even take a breath. She screeches into the phone. There's a disturbance at Jake's house. That light is a hazard. It's too bright and it's ruining everything. Her voice is so loud and high, it's like a siren all on its own. The operator, the person on the other end, tries to talk to her. Ma'am, calm down, the operator says. Tell me more, but Karen, she's not calming down. No way, she keeps going, yelling about the light, about Jake, about how he's breaking all the rules. She hangs up the phone and stands there, breathing hard. She's got a little smirk on her face now, a sneaky smile. She thinks she's won. In her head, she's imagining the police showing up, telling Jake to turn off that light, maybe even giving him a ticket. She's sure they'll take her side. She's Karen, the HOA queen after all. She crosses her arms and waits by the window, watching Jake's house. She's ready to see him lose. A few minutes later, lights start flashing outside. Not Jake's porch light this time, police lights. Red and blue spinning around and less spinning around. A cop car rolls up the street and stops right in front of Jake's house. Karen's smirk gets bigger. She's practically bouncing with excitement. Here we go, she whispers to herself. They're gonna get him now. She's so sure she's finally beat Jake. She's been fighting that light forever, and this is her big win, or so she thinks. The car door opens and a police officer steps out. He's tall, wearing a dark uniform, and he looks serious. Karen's watching, waiting for him to march up to Jake's door. She's thinking, this is it. He's in trouble now. But then hold on, something weird happens. The officer doesn't walk to Jake's house. Nope, he turns the other way. He starts walking toward Karen's house. Her smirk disappears fast. Her eyes get big. What's going on? She mutters. The officer gets to her door and knocks. Bang, bang, bang. Karen's heart starts pounding. She opens the door, still thinking maybe he's here to ask about Jake. But the officer looks right at her and says, "Ma'am, we've got a warrant. You're under arrest for fraud." Fraud? That's a fancy word for cheating and stealing money. Karen's jaw drops. Her mouth just hangs open like a fish. She can't even talk. She's stunned. "What, me?" she finally squeaks out. The officer doesn't smile. He's all business. "Yes, ma'am," he says. "We've been watching you. You've been taking money from the HOA that wasn't yours." Karen's face goes white. She's shaking her head like she can't believe it. But the officer keeps going. He pulls out handcuffs, shiny metal ones, and puts them on her wrists. Click, click, she's caught, totally caught. And here's the best part, the big reveal. While Karen's standing there freaking out, Jake steps out of his house. He's not just watching quietly this time. He walks over, calm as ever, with that same little smile. The neighbors are peeking out their windows now, whispering to each other, everyone wondering what's happening. Then Jake says something that makes it all clear. "Karen," he says, "I'm not just your neighbor. I'm a detective, an off-duty police detective." Boom, didn't see that coming, did you? Jake's not just some random guy with a bright light. He's a cop, a real one, and that porch light, it wasn't just there to bug Karen. It was part of a sting operation, a secret plan to catch her. See, Jake knew all about Karen's sneaky tricks. He had those pictures, those receipts, all the proof of her stealing from the HOA. He'd been working with the police the whole time, keeping that light on as a signal. Every night it glowed. It was like a little message to his team. "I'm still here, still watching her." Karen's mind is spinning. She thought she was the smart one, the one in charge. She thought she could boss Jake around and win. But Jake, he was way ahead of her. He let her yell and stomp and call 911 all while he was setting her up. That 911 call she made, it didn't get Jake in trouble, it sealed her fate. The police were already on their way, not for him, but for her. The neighbors are buzzing now. They're stepping outside, staring as the officer leads Karen to the cop car. She's yelling, "This is a mistake, you've got the wrong person." But nobody believes her. They've seen her act like the queen of the street for too long. And Jake, he just stands there watching her go. He doesn't say much. He doesn't need to. His plan worked perfectly. Karen's whole world flips upside down in one night. She went